everyone. So this is the tarot message for all the signs for this solar eclipse, which is in Sagittarius on the 4th of December. I hope you guys listen to, if you got the chance to listen to my podcast message, which was like a general message, the themes that we could all be feeling. But now we're doing it for the signs, and obviously we're going to start with Aries. This is in your 9th house, so this is like a new beginning when it comes to learning, higher learning. Some of you could be thinking about like starting like a road trip, thinking about long distance travel, even like meeting up with people who are very different to you. This is a new beginning for you. This is going to be highlighting all these themes. Other themes that come up for the 9th house for you, Aries, is some of you who are writers, if you're interested in doing any publishing, working with people from different cultures, even learning like a new language. So the first card that you have is the King of Pentacles with the Shadow Self card. And the King of Pentacles is actually guiding you now to anything that you want to invest in. Aries, it's definitely going to be for a long haul. It's also about you thinking about long term and not rushing. It's about taking your time and seeing what you need for yourself and for your future. And this could also be with your family as well. I feel some of you Aries during this solar eclipse for the next 6 months, you know, you're going to be some of you actually could be taking things a lot more seriously now. You know, if you haven't been. You know, there's things that you want to pursue, there's goals, there's things that also you guys want to learn. And the King of Pentacles is going to be guiding you with that. It's just going to slow things a little bit. It's just going to slow things down for you. And, you know, any investment that you're going to be making in like a course of study, if you're doing any traveling for work, or even if some of you are actually wanting to pay like a teacher or a mentor, you know, this is like a big voyage of discovery for you. You also got the Shadow Self card, and the Shadow Self is working with that inner being. There are some things during this eclipse that's going to be coming up, that you're going to be working with. And the 9th house is to do with spirituality. So if there's any uncomfortable feeling that a lot of you are feeling, it's really great to be doing or seeking out people who do spiritual practices. You also could be, I feel some of you Aries could also be like reading like books that are due to spirituality, like manifestation, you know, things that, you know, because come to Christmas season, so things that could actually just make you a bit more positive, because it can be very busy. And some of you also are definitely discovering a new self, a new side to yourself. So the Shadow Self is just helping you to work with that Shadow Self if anything is disrupting when it comes to your learning. So that's for you, Aries. And let's do Taurus. You are the side, you are to a point, you know, the star of the show, because you had a lunar eclipse in your sign. But, you know, this solar eclipse is in your 8th house. And the 8th house is in a way to do with shadow self. It's also, you know, an emotional time. This is a time of deep psychological work. This is work to do with joint finances as well with your partner. This is like a new beginning for you to be sorting out any taxes, debts, or even loans. On the other side is to do with, you know, relationships, like relationships that were from the past. They could be coming back. And, you know, it's very much money based, but it's also, you know, emotional, psychological based. And you got the 10 of Pentacles. Now, with the 10 of Pentacles, because this is a money side to you, you know, I feel a lot of you Tauruses are not going to feel very new to what's actually happening. If there's anything that comes up now when it's to do with like sorting out debts and loans, inheritances, you could actually start getting a lot more gains. This is also an ending of anything that you need to pay off. This is also an ending and a beginning of money coming to you. And this money is for, like Aries, for the long term. It's if you are looking to invest, this is going to go really well for a lot of you. Some of you, a lot of you may come into money. The money could be also unexpected gains that you guys are going to be having. So it's good to be around people, or having people around you that are for you, you know, like a new bank manager, if you're going to be, you know, putting your money in stocks and bonds or cryptocurrency, especially if this is to do with your partner as well. You could be finding different ways to invest money and to save money as well. And you also got the peace card, which is going to be giving you peace. I feel a lot of you are going to have a bit more of a peace of mind. When we had the eclipses previously, things could have been very much up and down. When the lunar eclipse was in Sagittarius, there was a huge endings that was happening. But now this is like a new beginning. So it's sort of like you guys know what you want to invest your money in, how you want to build your money. This is going to create peace. There's going to be a bit more peace in the relationship as well, because a lot of you are going to be opening up more to your emotional senses, and that is also to do with you guys having this lunar eclipse, which is in your sign for the next 3 months, 3 to 6 months as well, or I think it's 3 months, yes. So there's going to be a bit more peace. There's going to be a bit more openness, and I feel that the openness is going to be due to you. There's also going to be more you know, open communication, and also this leads to something deeper within your relationship. Okay, as long as you know you're on the same page as your partner, things are going to go well. Hello, Gemini. So Gemini, to a point, you're a star of the show, because this is going to be opposing you. This is in your 7th house. So this is to do with, you know, your deep personal relationships, business contracts, you know, partnerships. Also, this is to do with open enemy season. So it's all about, you know, honest communication for you. This solar eclipse is going to be trying to bring some balance into your life, which I feel a lot of you Geminis need. And this is also a new beginning. Some of you may enter a new relationship, a new business contract as well, a new business partner. Like a new partnership. There may be some changes that happens in your relationship, changes within work too. Okay, so the first card you have is from the Knight of Wands, which is going to be speeding a lot of communication up. This could be to do with you. This could be to do with wanting change in your life. There's also going to be some messages that come, messages from a partner. Some of these messages can be quite shocking. I also see there might be some arguments that happen as well. That's due to it's not like not honesty, but it's just there can be some sort of like miscommunication, because I feel a lot of you are definitely on a roll. So you want things to move very quickly, and you may have to wait for someone to get on the same lane as you. So it's all about listening. It's all about taking your time, not rushing, trying to go with what is actually going on, and trying to find peace in your life. The second card that you have is celebration. So there could be some celebrations. So sorry, Gemini. There's some celebrations that come up. You see, that was me rushing. Yeah, so there's some celebrations that can come up, Gemini. I feel the celebration could, you know, it could be like a proposal of marriage. There could be like you getting more serious in your relationship, a proposal of marriage, a new beginning. There could be weddings that you're going to. This could be you celebrating with friends, celebrating with your partner. But like I said, I do feel it might be people. I feel that people are gathering together, celebrating. This also could be a celebration of a brand new you. You know, you could be more receptive to like your feelings, receptive to, you know, committing to a partnership. You know, so this could be an engagement. This could also, it could also be a new addition to the family, or you could be celebrating a new contract that's gone well. You know, so, yeah. So I feel there's a lot of celebrations coming up. You know, once you know you feel that your life is a bit more balanced, then new beginnings happen. I'm so sorry about that, Gemini. Right. Then we have Cancer. So Cancer, the first card. So this is in your 6th house. And the 6th house is about health, daily routines, your work life as well. So if any of you Cancers, and I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you Cancers had some health issues when it came up to from last year when we had these eclipses that happened in Gemini and Sagittarius. And I have this feeling that a lot of you Cancers are going to be sort of figuring out or seeing that the health issues that you've had, it can now be sorted out, whether it's to do with you finding a new doctor, or some of you have decided to like really change like your eating habits. This is also to do with your work life as well. So maybe some of you have left a job, or you've been made redundant being made redundant to take care of your health. Or some of you may have decided to like switch up. This may be a new time for some of you to like switch up your work, like working part-time, working more from home, spending more time with the family. And or some of you may decide that, you know, you may not want the job that you're in because it's just a bit too stressful and it could be impacting your health. So there's a new realization that's happening today on this solar eclipse, which is going to be actually beneficial for you. But like I said, if any of you had any type of issues when it's concerning like your physical body, your vitality, you can now gain answers, whether it's from a doctor or yourself. So the first card you have is from the Star card, and this card is about hope. So I do feel a lot of you Cancers have worked on yourself a lot, especially with the North Node and the solar eclipse being in your 12th house. You guys have done a lot of like inner shadow work, whether it's meditation, helping others, doing charity work, you know, have a bit of more solitude. And I feel like you guys have really hoped for something for your future, something for the best. And now you're going to start seeing all your hard work has now come into fruition. It's more of a positive time now. It's not going to feel very doom and gloom. It's a new beginning. This is an Aquarian card, which actually rules your 8th house. So you guys have, you know, and also remember, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, which rules your 9th house. So I feel that there's a lot of things that you guys have done, especially when it comes to like reading. You know, there's things that you've done to like help improve your like state of mind, your state of health, your work-life balance as well. You've learned a hell of a lot. So it's good that things are now coming to fruition now. The Oracle card you have is from Union. So Union card is being in union with a partner, being in union with friends, family, but also being in union with yourself. Once you start to listen to yourself, Cancer, and know the ins and outs of what's actually wrong, you know, around you and within your body, you can create more union. You can create more of a balance, like a balance in that's happening now. I feel some of you are going to get more, because this one's very important, because for you and Leo, because you're ruled by the moon. And whenever it's a new moon or a full moon, you actually feel the effects. So you're actually a bit more in tune. And I feel some of you actually want to be in more union with people, but also feeling more balanced and having more union with yourself, which is always good. The next sign we have is Leo. And Leo, this is in your 5th house. Yes, it's in your 5th house. And with it being in your 5th house, Leo, this is a time of fun and play. You're going to feel this a lot as well, because you're ruled by the sun. So with it being in your 5th house, Leo, this is about, you know, fun and play, you know, whether it's with your children, having new goals when it comes to creativity, you know, doing more fitness regime. This is also about gains in a way as well. Some of you could actually, whatever you're creating, it could bring more gains into your life. But if, you know, your energy and vitality is going to go off the roof. So if you guys have been thinking about doing anything, now's that time. The first card you have is from the Justice card. Justice card is about balance. It's also about the law and the courts. I feel that now a lot of you Leos are coming into balance. You're coming to balance with yourself. This is for the next 6 months. And it's going to be a case of, I'm just going to do it now. I'm not going to wait. Although some of you may ask people questions, what I shouldn't do. The ultimate decision is from you, Leos. So anything that you've wanted to pursue, do it now. Okay, and some of you may decide to do it with a partner. Some of you may decide to do it with friends or even with your kids. But this is a time to have fun. This is a time that you're going to be shining. You know, you're ruled by the 5th house anyway. So, you know, but obviously, you know, it's a time that, you know, thinking before you act will definitely help you. But I feel a lot of you have now come to that conclusion, and now's the time to really jump in. You have the Enchantment card. The Enchantment card, like the Neptune card. So it gives you great insight and great creativity for what you want to do. Some of you, the Neptune card also can feel that you guys can feel there can be some confusion along the way. There can be a bit of a fog that happens. But nevertheless, you know, this is going to give you lots of insights and great creativity. And also, this is a great time to be feeling within your, you know, psyche. Like your psychic, some of you could have some like psychic gifts that come with this solar eclipse as well. Because Jupiter also rules your 8th house, which is about the occult. So this is actually really great for a lot of you to be tuning in and seeing what comes up, which actually helps bring things to life. Then we have Virgo. So Virgo, this is in your 4th house, okay? And with this being in your 4th house, Virgo, this is about the home, your roots, your past. This is to do self-care as well. This is also emotional time. I feel a lot of you Virgos are, this is a new beginning for a lot of you to, you know, cater to the home, cater to your family and your friends, also cater to yourself. I feel that some of you may decide that you actually want to move from where you are. You want something different. You want something a bit more peaceful, but also still you want to have some fun. If you're not moving home, some of you could decide to like redecorate your home. It's come up to Christmas anyway, so why not? But you want your home to be a bit more, either more pristine, or you might want to just fix things around the home. It's also about coming together with the family as well. Some of you may decide that you want to be more closer to your family. So that might be you thinking about your past, your roots, what you used to do within, like when you was younger. There can be some people come back from the past as well. You could be thinking of, because December is very much a nostalgic time. So open mind to who comes into your life right now. But also, remember, when people come back or images come back, doesn't mean we have to really go there. It's just like, it's giving you that sort of groundedness of this is how you used to be. And if you're not working with that, it's like, you know, sometimes you have to go back and see, okay, this is what I used to love, and how come I'm not loving it now? Why am I putting all my work into something that's really grinding? The first card you got is the King of Cups. Such a sensitive card. This card is guiding you to be, you know, it's about showing your emotions. Definitely about showing your emotions. And I feel a lot of you will now be showing much more of a softer side. Like when you're meeting up with family and friends, you're going to be more, it's going to be a case of you talking about things that you never really used to talk about. Also see that some of you could also be very much in tune with, you know, some type of like creative skill that you used to really love, but now, you know, you may be getting back to it. It could also be you lots of thoughts of you going back to, like I said before, going back to childhood things, and, you know, be more open in relationships. Some of you may even decide to like really tell someone how much you feel for them. Okay, and this could shock you. It could also, some of you could feel very shy, but now it's time to really be, you know, more open. And you also got divine timing, which is about anything you're doing. Timing is everything. And sometimes things do come in divine timing. Sometimes you have to wait, you have to pause before you move ahead. But anything that happens, anything that you initiate, is divine timing. And anything that does come into your life, especially from the past, it's about divine timing. So it's a very sensitive time for a lot of you Virgos, but it's all in divine timing. Hello Libra. So Libra, this is in your 3rd house. And this is, the 3rd house is about, you know, communication, whether it's to do with like siblings, your neighborhood, short distance travel. And this is a great time for a lot of you to be, you know, really in contact with like friends, family. There feels a lot of communication that's happening. This is a new energy and a new beginning. For a lot of you want to like discover new, you know, discover and learn new things. I feel some of you may even start doing like some social media work as well. A bit more writing to say how you actually feel if you can't emote it. It'll be a new thing for a lot of you, for some of you Librans. But on the other hand, I feel some of you may even like hear things from your siblings as well. This could be a good thing as well. But yes, regardless, this is about your general communication and making new friends. I feel some of you are actually going to be making new friends. So the first card that you have is from the 10 of Swords. Whenever I've said this before, this card, it feels like, you know, it just feels really painful. So I feel that some of you there can be some arguments that happened along the way. This could be you having disagreements with someone because, you know, you feel that someone has probably slighted you in some way. Someone's not being honest, or you yourself could not be honest. So things are actually coming back to you. So use that charm. That charm will go a long way, but also be honest, because you don't want nothing to come back on you. And sometimes when things come back on you, it is worse, especially if you've been lying. So it's about having honest communication, Libra. And, you know, as you can see, there's like this yellow at the side, which is about things actually going to be working out in the end. But, you know, there may be some fraught conversations. This also could be with siblings. This also could be with neighbors as well. Some of you may decide to like print something that is not putting someone else in a good light. So there's no wonder there's some conflict that happens. But I feel if you're just being as honest as you can, then things can actually get resolved. And you also have adventure cards. So this card's about adventure. Some of you could be thinking about really wanting to get away from like the doldrums of life, or, you know, how life can feel very mundane. You want something different in your life. So some of you, this is actually a great time for some of you to be thinking of like a new career. Like you could be like a travel writer, because your mind is going to be about short distance. Your mind is going to be about, you know, what you would like to do, and, you know, your mind's going to definitely be on like a lot of communication. So it's actually great to be around people who are very positive, who are very open. And, you know, so this is also to do with structure for a lot of you as well. There can be some craziness when it comes to like your work, your routines, and your health as well. So pay attention to what's going on in your body, but also pay attention to what's going on in your mind, because the 3rd house does rule like the mental health as well. So try not to take on too much. Okay, if you are seeking an adventure, it could come in the next 6 weeks. It could be you traveling to see a friend, traveling to see like your siblings, or, you know, traveling for work as well. As long as you're being honest, things can go your way. Scorpio, this is in your second house. Okay, so with this being in your second house, and you also have, so the second house is obviously to do with money. Okay, and it's actually the reverse with Taurus, because the second house is about money. It's also about, you know, your earned money, how you're earning money, what you're doing to earn money. It's also about your eating habits as well, to a point. So I feel a lot of you are going to be thinking, you know, the main goal is about how you're going, how you would like to, what you would like to do in terms of like earning money, but also what you feel that you're good at. Also, I feel some of you are thinking of doing something completely different, because, you know, you may not be feeling that you're earning enough money. So this might be a drastic action that you guys are going to be taking, whether it's asking for like a new pay rise or taking on another job. Some of you also could be looking at different avenues and how you're earning, what you want to earn as well. Some of you could even decide that you want to like change up what you're eating as well. You may want to like changing up what your diet is like, probably drinking a bit more water. But yes, the main theme is money for you. So the first card you have is the Six of Wands. And this is about you. You are going to be, I feel a lot of you are going to be getting a lot of backing along the way. You know, there you have supporters, you have people that are probably waiting to hear from you. So it's time to really, you know, email them, ring them, even text them, WhatsApp them. This could also be your friends. These are supporters that you have, Scorpio. I feel a lot of you have like a lot of good friends around you. So it's really great to, you know, if you feel stuck in your like career in any way, you know, just to like ask your friends, oh, you know, do you know anyone who does this, who does that? But it's also really important for you to, you know, look at what creativity you have. I always talk about creativity with the second house, because it is money, but it's also about your creativity. So you could also be surrounding yourself with creative people. This could actually heighten your creative senses too. You also got wisdom. So the wisdom card is about you gaining wisdom with your money, gaining wisdom with your, you know, your friends, gaining wisdom in what you would like to do and how you create as well. So it's about sort of stepping outside of the box. This could actually open your mind, broaden your mind in what you actually love and like to do. You know, you've got eclipses that are happening in you and Taurus's sign. So also gaining wisdom for you, Scorpio, is also quite spiritual. So I feel some of you could actually be starting to do like reading some type of spiritual books, which will actually help you. It could also ground you, doing lots of walking. I feel a lot of you are really wanting to find a lot of inspiration, because it does feel a bit of like a stuck energy, like, oh, why do I have to keep doing this? I want to do something different. And the solar eclipse is going to highlight this. So that is Scorpio. Hello, Sagittarius. This is in your first house. So a lot has been happening in your not your first house, but for the past 18 months. And, you know, this is obviously this is a new beginning, but it's also an ending as well. We're not going to see you in Gemini until the next 18 years. And I feel a lot of you are going to be coming to this sort of, you know, new beginning of what, you know, where you would actually, you know, what you actually like to, where to go for your future. And also this like realization of there's some endings that are happening. And I feel that a lot of you are going to be actually learning a lot. There could also be some thoughts from the past that come up. You know, thoughts from like, a bit like Virgo, like thoughts from the home is going to be coming up. There may be some glossing over problems that were happening from the past 18 months. I feel that there's some things that you guys could actually discover about yourself, about your family, also, you know, people that are very close to you. But most importantly, you're going to be discovering new things about yourself. You know, you've actually come a long way, Sagittarius, for the past 18 months. You know, whether it's up to you whether it's good or bad, but you know, a lot of you have come a long way. A lot of you have, you know, done some like soul searching. Some of you have, you know, some of you may even decide that you want to do like a brand new course of study. There's a realization of there's some people around you that, you know, that may stay with you, but you may decide to like sort of like be around different people, you know, more or less sort of like go your own way, just to discover there's more to life than what you're actually doing now. So thoughts from like, you know, future thoughts can come, far away thoughts can come, but also, you know, and also I do feel that family is going to play a huge part in what's happening. And, you know, I say family because we've got Neptune that's involved in this as well, which is actually the ruler of your 4th house. And what Neptune can do is it can actually distort the truth in some way. It could cause like you to be a bit foggy, you know, the brain a bit foggy. There could be things that you find out and it's actually not true, or, you know, but it's also, it's giving you a sense of intuition of what needs to come next, which is actually a really good thing for you between now and the next 6 months. And I feel a bit sad saying this to you, a lot of you Sagittarians, because it's been a bit of a wild ride with you. You know, I feel a lot of you, you know, in general, you try to do good, whether you're, you know, preaching, whether you're in all these Saggy things like to do with like the law, publishing. I mean, a lot of you Sagittarius, I feel, you want the pace to really change. You want a difference in your life. You want something, you want brand new. You don't want to be stuck in the old, tried and tested. And I do feel a lot of you actually try to emote that in your own way to people, and some people just don't get it. You know, so that's one of the reasons why a lot of you tend to be loners, because, you know, on one hand you're very sort of like guru-like, on the other hand you can be very blunt and preachy, and people just get really confused, you know. So, but you've always been yourself, okay? And you've got the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles is showing like a youthfulness that a lot of you are having. I feel there's more like a youthful energy that you guys are having, and this is about you, like I said, going your own way and thinking of new ways into, whether it's earning, new ways in your relationships, new ways in your life. And I feel some of you have decided that you know, you're sort of like sick of how life is and you want to change things. So, you know, there's a new leaning that's changing within you guys. This could be to do with like family, definitely. Like I said, Neptune's involved. So you guys may want to, you know, have a family, grow your family, be a bit more closer to home, but not obviously not too close because you need your space. But, you know, there's things that you wanted to actually discover about yourself. So that's why family is definitely coming up. And, you know, you've got Jupiter going into Pisces, which you're ruled by. So there's going to be a lot you're going to discover. And also you have another card, which is balance. So the Page of Pentacles, the balance card, is showing you that, you know, your life will start to become more balanced as long as you finish what you start. And as long as you mean what you say, don't backtrack. You know, some of you Sagittarians have, you know, come into like this, also the media a lot, you know, whether it's good or bad is up to you. But, you know, I feel a lot of you are now seeking balance. You know, not only are you discovering new things about yourself, want to discover things about yourself, and you want to do things in a different way, but you want to seek balance. But you don't want balance to be mundane. You want balance, but you also want fun. So sometimes some of you have to ask yourself, do I want more than this, or do I want to combine the two? So once you start to discover more about yourself, then you can maintain balance. You know, Sagittarius and Jupiter is also ruled by overdoing things. So if you've been overdoing it for the past 18 months, now you can get in balance. If you've not been overdoing it, you've just been a bit, but you've always wanted to be, try to find balance with it. So there's going to be a bit more of vitality coming up. The main thing is for you to have more vitality. Because sometimes when we are learning a lot about ourselves and our minds and our bodies, you know, generally, you know, things can be at the wayside, but it's just a new energy happening, which is always good. Capricorn. So Capricorn, this is in your 12th house. Wow. This is in your 12th house. So this is about, it's a Pisces house. It's about spirituality, going within, doing some creative work behind the scenes, lots of things behind the scenes. This is also to do with like hidden enemies, but a new beginning that's happening with these things that, you know, that are unseen that now will be seen, even though it's going to be behind the scenes as well. For a lot of you Capricorns are going to be feeling that you want to be alone. You don't want any stress or strife. Obviously, you know, because we have this, you know, the sun's in your 12th house as well. So this is going to be highlighting this even more with the solar eclipse. So a lot of you may decide to take up a spiritual practice, which will help ground you, guide you as well, to know what is the truth and what is not the truth. So this is a downtime for a lot of you Capricorns. You know, but you have Venus in your sign, and this is going to be highlighting a hell of a lot of things when it's coming to your relationships and your money situation. So this is a time where a lot of you could be really working out and, you know, I mean, working out on what you need to plan next for the next 4 months, because, you know, Jupiter's in your sign for the next 4 months. So there could be some behind the scenes goings on, good or bad. But, you know, if you know, with the 12th house, for a lot of you Capricorns, if you're doing good work behind the scenes, then when things come to light, you'll be fine. Okay. Like I said, the 12th house is also to do with hidden enemies. So there may be, and if you're not, and basically if you're not doing good, there may be people who will be working against you. So it is about trying to do the best thing for the next 6 months. Obviously for 4 months because Venus is in your sign, but for the next 6 months, because this will carry on, and you don't want to be seen in the wrong light. The first card you have is the Tower card, and the Tower card is also, it's a card of, you know, things actually coming to light, you know, and I feel it could go either way for a lot of you Capricorns. I feel if you are helping people, because the 12th house is also about volunteering, counseling, if you're helping people in the right way, things, you know, even though we've got the Tower card, it's about crash and burn. It's time that a lot of you are going to be thinking, okay, I want to, like, you know, tear up the rule book and start something else. But if you have not, you know, gone to the nice light, should we say, then things will come out and it could be a big disaster. And when I mean disaster, it could be a great disaster. I feel in terms of, like, when it comes to, like, your, especially in how you're communicating, whatever you're writing, whatever you're putting out there, it could actually come to you. So the 12th house is also helping and guiding you to go do a spiritual work, doing meditation, reading meditation books, doing creative work, you know, writing down your thoughts, because Neptune's involved. If you're going to be putting anything out there, re-look at your work, so that you're not calling someone else out and it comes back to you. This is a new time. And if you work with this energy well, Capricorns, you know, once the sun goes into your first house, you know, it's going to be a bit of a breeze. But in order for things to work out in the way it should, you have to burn the old for the new to begin. And some things that can come that's quite shocking during this time, Capricorns, is going to be for a brand new. Okay. And you also have the love card. And the love card is about loving yourself, loving the good side to yourself, and loving the bad side to yourself, and also showing compassion to people. I feel that some people are going to come into your life. They can come very quick and very fast. And this could be an old lover, because maybe you've got Venus retrograde coming up. This could be an old lover. This could be an old something that you used to love. And it's about showing it love. You know, so I do feel, especially with these two cards combined, something quick and fast is going to, you know, crash and burn, but something quick and fast is also going to come. But I also do see that a lot of you Capricorns are going to be thinking about, you know, because it's the sun's in your 12th house as well, thinking about things that were once, something that was once really great, that you sort of want it back. And the 12th house is a psychic house, so Also, be mindful of what you're putting out there, because you know Neptune's involved. Be mindful also of what you're thinking and feeling, because it could actually come as well. You could have a bit more psychic ability coming to you now. Whatever you wish for can actually happen. And hence we've got the Tower card, because it can happen very quick. It can happen very sudden. It can happen quite shocking as well. So the mind is very powerful now, Capricorns. Aquarius. So Aquarius, this is in your 11th house. Lovely card, Temperance there. And the 11th house is about your goals, your friends. You are actually ruled by the 11th house. So this is actually really great for a lot of you Aquarians to be initiating and thinking of something new you want in your life. Okay, there could be new friends coming. There could be new, you know, they could be helping you with your goals. Some of these people could be like a fire sign, like a Leo, Sagittarius, or even a, yeah, Leo, Sagittarius, or even a Aries that can come into your life now that could be helping you. It's a brand new beginning for you to be creating something, whether it's on social media, a blog, a website. I feel a lot of you are feeling really giddy, really excited about the life changes that are going to be happening. You know, you've got Saturn, which is in your first house. This is going to be helping to ground you. It's going to be helping you to give you structure and determination, giving you that stronger will. And also because this is in your sign as well, it's going to be sort of like multiplying the benefits that can happen. The first card you got is the Temperance card, which is the Sagittarius card. The Temperance card is going to be helping you with spiritual guidance. It's going to be also showing you how far you can go, what your future can be like. It's also about not doing too much things at the same time, you know, moderate. It's about moderation. It's also about knowledge, key of knowledge, the key of life. So as long as you are surrounding yourself with people that are wise and friendly, that are aligning with your goals, all will go well. You know, I feel a lot of you are going to be also going to be surrounding yourself with like young and old people, because it's all about, you know, this is about a new beginning for you in terms of like your goals. So it's about being around different people that are different to yourself and try to be more open, but also try not to do too much things at the same time. You know, December is a time of like, you know, it's Christmas season, so there can be a lot of rushing that's going on. So slow down when you can, you know, take time when you're eating, take time, you know, when you're watching TV. You know, it's about resting as well when you can. Okay, you also got the listening card. So it's about listening to what's going on, listening to yourself. Most important, listening to what's going on within yourself, within your mind. And also, because Neptune's involved, which is in your second house, listening to your intuition. And if you're going to invest in anything to do with something for the long term, something to do with your goals, really listen. If you're going to sign any contracts, look at the small print, listen to your gut instincts. Because with Neptune involved in your second, this can cloud everything. It could make things believe you could be signing something and it could be something that's too good to be true. So listen to your gut instincts. Have like a lawyer involved, or you know, if it's something to do with the bank, make sure you have a really good bank manager if you're going to invest in anything as well. So listen to your gut instincts. It's an exciting time for a lot of you Aquarians, new beginnings, but you know, try to slow down when you can too. So last but not least, we have Pisces. Ooh, so Pisces, this is in your 10th house. Okay, so your 10th house is a really good house for you, because the 10th house, you know, Jupiter, you're ruled by Jupiter, and also you got this solar eclipse in your sign as well. This eclipse is going to affect all the mutable signs anyway, especially you Pisces. So it's a brand new beginning when it comes to like your career, your social standing. Some of you may, you know, some of you may be trying to get back. Some of you, because of the solar eclipse that was in your 4th and 10th house, some of you probably had to let go of a career and really concentrate more on the home. But now the career is taking more of a forefront. So some of you may decide to like really look for a new job, thinking of a new, you know, something new you want to do. You don't want to be constricted in how you used to be. So if a job doesn't come immediately, it could definitely come next year. And it's a job that you've actually always wanted to do. You know, you've been confined. Some of you have been confined at home, taking care of like the home, the family, your self-care, thinking about the past and your roots. Some of you could also have been really learning new skills at home, not really interested in making money like that, even though it does sound strange. But Pisces is a sign that is not really about materialism anyway. So now your goals have now changed, you know, especially with the lunar eclipse in your third house, which is about your communicating, but also like your writing and speaking. So some of you could go into those types of realms, doing media, social media work. I feel some of you who really want to, you know, I feel this is a manifesting month. So anything you've manifested, Pisces, it can actually happen. Okay, it may happen in December, but it could definitely happen next year. As long as you're putting the work in, you are going to be seen, and you're going to be seen in a good light. You have these solar eclipses in your 3rd and 9th house, which is really helping you for the next 18 months. These past 18 months have probably been quite stressful for a lot of you. For some of you who are very much into, some of you who are about the money, probably had less money. And now, you know, and you were sort of like forced to do things at home, but now it's changed. So a lot of opportunities may come to you that could stress a lot of you out, or some of these things that you've always wished to happen has now happened. People are watching you, Pisces, so really go for it. Okay, like I said, keep working with manifesting, writing your gratitude list, meditating. Also reading, continue to, if you are starting to read, that is a great time to be doing it. Maybe you've got Jupiter coming. You've also got, you know, next year you've got the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction, which is happening in your sign. So there's a lot of good things happening for a lot of you Pisces. So the first card you've got is the Three of Cups, and it is about celebration. So I feel a lot of you are going to be celebrating like your dream job, your dream career. You know, you guys have been really working hard in manifesting, thinking of, this is what I really love. I feel some of you also could be writers as well. So you could be celebrating with publishers. You know, Jupiter also rules your 9th house. So this is about publishing. So some of you could be getting like a publishing deal, whether it's with publishing house or like you're going to be doing it independently. You know, this could be with your family as well. There could be a new addition to the family, because maybe Jupiter rules your 1st house as well. This also could be an engagement that's happening, a lot of celebrations between now and the next 6 months. And, you know, I feel that some of you are thinking, oh my God, I cannot believe this is actually happening for me. You also have the Freedom card. So anything that you've manifested is going to bring you freedom. It's going to bring you joy. Like I said, I think a lot of you are not, some of you may not even believe that these things are actually happening. But remember, Pisces, you've put a lot of work in. You've put a lot of work in for the past 18 months. Whether you've not had a job and you've wished for something, whether you had a job and you wish for something different. Also, if you've wished for something, blessings within your relationship, in your family, wanting children, or, you know, wanting children, but also doing things. If you have children as well, there could be lots of blessings on your children. A lot of blessings are coming for a lot of you Pisces, and it's sort of been a long time coming. A lot of you have not felt like yourself, and I can understand, because you've got Saturn in your 12th house, which is your house, but still it's putting some sort of like limitations and restrictions on you. You've got Pluto in your 11th house as well, which could be really transforming when it comes to like your goals and relationships. But now things are starting to get a bit more settled. So well done to a lot of you Pisces. You know, you are one of the great manifestors like Sagittarius. So, you know, doesn't need me to tell you that whatever you've wished for can actually happen, especially when it happens so quickly. Okay? So guys, that was the Solar Eclipse Tarot for all the signs. Thank you very much for listening, guys. You know, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And, you know, if you want to, you can make a comment of how this eclipse has come for you too, how it's been for you. You know, you don't have to do it immediately, it can be like next year. But yeah, this solar eclipse in Sagittarius is going to be life-changing for a lot of people, you know. But the main thing is, you know, energy and vitality can come to us all. So thank you very much, guys, for listening. And like I said, feel free to listen to my podcast message. I'll put the link below on the themes and energies that we could be feeling. And thanks very much, guys, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.